day. Guys, look at this cute ring I just bought. Oh, it's a little bit big for me. I might put it on my middle finger. It was literally $7. I might put it on this finger, but I'm just scared it's gonna get stuck. So today I filmed a get ready with me, chit chat, life update kind of video. So if you wanna hear what I've been getting up to and see how I do my everyday makeup, then keep on watching. Oh my God, this SPF I am obsessed with. Yeah, no notes. I just have noticed such a difference in my skin. I feel like, I don't know, you don't expect sun cream to actually do wonders for your skin. You just expect it to do its job, but I feel like it's actually helped the appearance of my skin. I've actually written a list on my phone of things to update you guys on because there's a lot. Firstly, yesterday I stubbed my toe so badly that I genuinely think I've broken my toe. It's my little toe. My toenail has lifted so much, there's blood everywhere, and I can just feel it throbbing. Like normally I feel like when you stub your toe, it throbs for a while and then goes away. Maybe it's a bit bruised if you touch it, but even when my toe is not being touched, it's causing me quite a lot of grief. So I'm hoping that it improves and it's not actually broken, but we'll see. I actually took a sick day yesterday because I am on my period, and when I tell you I am hemorrhaging, I'm hemorrhaging. I know that's not a pretty visual, but every time I think I have a heavy period, the next month proves me it was not that heavy. Like this month really said, girl, you thought last month was heavy? Try again. I always start by brushing up my brows because I do obviously get them laminated. I have actually run out of my brow gel, so I'm actually gonna pop into Bondi Junction today and grab a new one. This is just the Morphe one. I'm actually gonna use this tiny little bust up mirror that I've got because I fear looking into the viewfinder is gonna be really, really annoying. But yeah, so yesterday I actually took a sick day because I stood up in the morning and I almost fainted in the bathroom. I had to sit down because I'm just losing so much blood. I hadn't really eaten since 1 p.m. the day before, so that would not have helped either. But yeah, I did not feel good. You know what they say, if you didn't pick a day for your body to rest, your body will pick for you. That's so true. I literally was in bed all day yesterday, which is so unlike me. I hate being cooped up. I always love just getting out and about. But I definitely needed that. I also have not been sleeping great at all. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but I've not been sleeping. And you know, like normally insomnia lasts for a few days. It does for me anyway, max. This has lasted for like 2 weeks now and it's just getting ridiculous. I think it's just catching up on me. I'm just going in with a colour corrector under my eyes to get rid of my dark circles. I don't actually know if this does anything, but I feel naked without it now. I've been using it for so many years. I do like to put it on any spots that I have as well. My skin's looking pretty good at the moment. I feel like my skin's still getting used to my new skincare, but it just feels a lot healthier. I did treat myself to a new beauty blender a couple days ago. I got a black one, of course. And I did buy a little cage for it because mine gets so dirty, so it just goes like that. And it was like $3 for the sponge, $3 for the little cage, so why not? Okay, so I guess I'll start updating you on where I'm kind of at in life. I'll go like way back to kind of when I was last at home. So I had a conversation with my mum about my love life. Now, my love life, not much has honestly happened in the past 12 months. There's been a couple guys I've been dating, or like not even really dating, just I wouldn't call them situationships because they were both just so much more than that. But I had a conversation with my mum and she was like, are you dating in Australia? And I was like, well, not really. I mean, one of these guys was in Australia, is in Australia. And she was like, I think you just need to get back out there. If you're not going to be with either of these guys, you need to just get back out there because you're not putting yourself out there in these situations and you're kind of holding yourself back. You either need to be with one of these guys or just, yeah, get back out there. And I was like, you are so right. And it's nothing I hadn't thought before, But I think when someone else tells you something, you really do listen, especially when it is your mum. I think at this age, I think obviously being a teenager, we don't listen to our mums much, but at this age, I think we realise they're actually onto something. By the way, I feel like I've just made it sound like I was seeing both of those guys at the same time. I wasn't. I'm just talking in the last 12 or so months, there's been 2 guys that I've had things with and obviously have not developed into a relationship for whatever reason. Obviously I'm not going to go into the reasons on here, but if you know, you know. By the way, I feel like I'm making this sound really dramatic. Really nothing dramatic happened. There were just reasons that, like I said, a relationship didn't happen. But both of these guys are actually still in my life and I have a lot of love for them without sounding cringe. Like, they're good people. And who knows, maybe in the future. Anyway, what stemmed from this was me effectively serial dating. I said to myself, I'm gonna go back out to Australia and I'm gonna just put myself back out there. So I jumped on Hinge and I got around, guys. I was dating 2 different men on the same day at points. Like, that happened more than once. There was actually a day, the day I went whale watching, if you would have seen that was a busy day for me. I went whale watching in the morning, 9 AM. I then met up with a guy for lunch. We went for a walk and a coffee. And then that evening, I went for cocktails with another guy. And we actually kissed. I didn't kiss the guy at lunch, by the way. I feel like that's a bit far, kissing 2 guys in one day. I had a lovely time with both of them, actually. The first guy got a second date. The second guy actually didn't get a second date because he'd just come out of a 9-year relationship. And I just feel like he wasn't really in it. To be honest with you, he wasn't my type physically. Like, he wasn't bad looking, but I don't know if that spark was there for me. And because I've been in situations before where I've probably spoken about it on here before, but I am so bad for like falling in love with a guy personality wise and kind of like forcing myself into fancying them, which doesn't work. Like, you do need a physical attraction there, and I don't know if it was there for that guy anyway. But again, like, super lovely. And I feel like although we said we'd see each other again, like, it just, I don't think either of us are really that into it, but he did ask me for a coffee, and when I kind of said like, I don't think so, he was quite like, he did really want to go for a coffee, which I thought was really sweet, and he was like, no expectations, just to say thank you. I'm not sure what for. Probably my great kissing skills. Anyway, so that was that. What else was there? There've just been so many dates. There's been so many first dates, and they've all been great. They've actually all been great. I did a sunset picnic at the top of Bondi with one guy. He brought a bottle of wine and snacks, and I brought picnic blankets and snacks. And that went really well. We then we had a really cool car, by the way. He had this old black Mustang, and he dropped me home in it afterwards, even though I literally lived down the hill. But it was so cold. And then he also used to work in insurance, so I feel like we had that in common, which is a kind of boring thing to have in common with someone. Anyway, we then went for brunch, and oh my god, it was like drawing blood. I really hope he doesn't see this. I really don't think he will. I don't actually follow him on Instagram anymore, so I'm assuming he's unfollowed me too. But we went for brunch and it was like drawing blood from a stone. The conversation, I was fighting for my life trying to fill these conversational gaps, and he seemed like he was having a great time, and I'm sure he was, because I'm quite funny and fun. He had a really lovely brunch. The brunch place was really nice. If you're in Bondi, the 9 Cafe in Bondi, I had wanted to go there for so long. I got this really cute taro latte, and it had like a little teddy bear on it. It's like a lilac colour, and then I got this raspberry chia pudding. It's one of those okay, someone's clearly not had enough sleep yet again. It's one of those very aesthetic cafes. So if you eat with your eyes like me, you'll love it. So I then kind of made an excuse and left. We did go for a small walk after brunch, so it was, on that walk I kind of was like, oh, I need to go meet my friend. And he was like, I really want to take you out for dinner. And I feel like in the moment, I don't know about anyone else, I am not brave enough to kind of say there and then, like, I don't think I want to see you again, because we'd obviously still had like a pleasant-ish time. So I think he would have been really taken aback. So I don't know. I was just dreading he was going to try and kiss me at the end, but thankfully he didn't. We just kind of hugged goodbye. And then I did text him just to say thank you for brunch because he paid. And then he was like, I do really want to take you out still. I kind of didn't open the message for 24 hours. I opened it, sent him a reply just being like, hey, sorry, like upon reflection, I definitely didn't say it like that, but you get my gist. And just said there wasn't a romantic spark for me, which there wasn't. Now his reply was very much like, oh, I'm actually really shocked, to be honest. I thought the conversation was great. Were we on the same date? I don't think we were, because I was, as I said, fighting for my life, trying to fill these silences, which, yeah, I don't know what happened there. So that was that. I went on a second date with the first date of the whale watching day, and we actually had a great time. We went to Flight Club, and guys, this guy's actually an influencer. I don't know if you could call him an influencer. I guess he's like a content creator, and it's so funny because like so many of my friends follow him, and he was so much fun and really fancied him, but I just feel like we're very different. Anyway, I went on this date and we actually had the best time. We kissed, we went for cocktails afterwards, actually got really fucked up. So we went to Flight Club, which, if you don't know, by the way, it's dark. They do have it in the UK, and they've just recently-ish brought it over to Sydney. I have been once before over here with work, and I've also been back in the UK. Yeah, so we went on like a Sunday afternoon. It was dead, which was great. We just started sinking cocktails. We got food, which was really good, and just had like a really fun time. I think you actually book out for an hour and a half, but they actually came over and they were like, hey guys, do you want to just stay on for an extra hour, an extra half an hour for free, because we're dead and it makes sense like keeping you here, because obviously we were buying drinks and stuff. And all the staff were really nice, and we were like, yeah, like, sure, sounds good. So yeah, we just basically got leathered, but had the best time ever. Then we went to this bar, which, so funny, there's a bar in Sydney, which my friend Mark showed me. And we all went as like a friendship group one evening, and I was like, this is a really cool bar. It's like a speakeasy Irish bar. Since then, I think I've taken 3 guys there on a date. So the staff probably have clocked on and are like, okay, this is this girl's kind of first date location. But yeah, again, if you're in Sydney, go to the Doss House on the rocks by the Opera House. It's like the type of place you're just never gonna bump into someone you know there. I bet now I've said that, I'm so gonna bump into someone I know, and it's gonna be a guy I've taken on a date that's there with another girl on a first date, which would actually be quite funny. I did kiss this guy. We got an Uber back together because he actually lives 5 minutes up the road. So we obviously did 2 stops. I didn't go back with him or anything like that. Not judging anyone that does that, but that is not really me, not my style. I just kind of came to the realization, I was like, look, this guy is really, really fun. I really fancy him, but I don't know. I just didn't see myself being in a relationship with him. So I did text him and I was just like, hey, I had a lot of fun with you. I am really attracted to you, but there just isn't like a romantic spark there for me. Like, I just don't see it being more than what it is, which is a bit confusing probably to receive, because I've said like, I have fun with you and I'm attracted to you. So he's probably like, what are you talking about? Also, I'll be honest, he said a couple red flaggy things. Like I said, he is like a content creator, which I'm fine with, obviously. Like, not that I'm a content creator as such, like I obviously don't do it for joy, I do it for a hobby, but like I think that's great that he can do that for a job. And he was actually really sweet about my channel. Like, if anyone's likely to see this video, it would be him, because he is subscribed to me, I believe, still, unless he's unfollowed me, unsubscribed, which fair enough. But yeah, we were on this date and we were talking about cheating. Now, I do have a tendency to bring this up because if you know me, I hate cheating. I will not stand for it. It's something that I just think is the lowest of the low. There's no excuse. Like, I think also I've taken back cheaters in the past. never again, because I just think even if they do change, you're never going to think that I'm never going to think that they change. I'm always going to be looking over my shoulder, and I'll also just be lying in bed at night looking at them thinking like, fuck you. Like, I just know what I'm like and I can't drop things. So like, once you cheat on me, that's it. That is the relationship over. So let this be a message if my future husband happens to be watching this. Don't fucking cheat on me. He kind of said a couple things and he was like, right, I'm gonna give you some situations and you're gonna tell me if you think this classes as cheating. First red flag. I'm thinking you're basically asking what you can get away with, and I don't like that. And also one of the first things he said when we were talking was, oh yeah, I'm obviously like a content creator, I do shoots and stuff, he does modelling. Does that like bother you? And I was like, no, not at all, like a job's a job. But like, do you know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know. And also he was like, what do you think about like posting your partner? And I was like, to be fair, I love to be loved loudly. I love it when the guy I'm with is like posting me all on his story and stuff like that, because I'm like, he is just showing everyone that he's like proud to be with me, that kind of thing. Having said that, I know social media is not everything, and I know that, you know, a lot of people post their partner, they're actually really unhappy behind closed doors. I know that, but I do like that. I do like to be showed off. Like, sorry, sue me. And he was very much like, yeah, I don't really do that because of my job. Like, no one really cares about who I'm with. And I was just like, okay there. I don't know. But that's me reaching, I will admit. Like, I've spoken about it, I think, before in here, but I'm a very avoidant person. So I do tend to kind of look for red flags and run with them, which I know isn't the best way to be. I've just filled my brows in with just any old brow pomade, by the way. It's actually not Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think this Love Life update would take as long, but here we are. Anyway, I kind of cleared the roster. I'm not really seeing anyone actively at the moment, but I did match, guys. I did match with this guy, and when I tell you he is my type to a T, like, I haven't even showed him to my friends yet because I kind of want to just wait until I see him and how it goes. But when I tell you this guy is my type to a T, he's 6'7". He's from the Gold Coast. He dresses immaculately. He's got dark hair. He goes to the gym, but he loves like a croissant and a coffee. Oh, I don't know. And like, also he thinks, I posted my food page on my Instagram. I'm obviously a foodie. I love food, and I would love to date a guy that also loves food. Like, I love cooking. It's my love language. I love hosting and cooking for people. And I also have always said that I would never really want to date a super, super, super gym boy, like a chicken and rice boy that doesn't ever have any treats or anything like that, because I love food. It's like an experience. I think like going out for food is an experience, and like I'd want to do that with the person I was with. Also, I wouldn't want, oh, you're gonna eat that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But what I will say is, I'll even give him a shout out because we're on goodish terms. Like, we don't talk anymore, but like, I don't think there's any bad blood. But David, who I used to date, the most gym boy you have ever seen, like, gorgeous person inside and out. He used to cook for me. Like, he would always make sure I was fed. Up in the morning, he'd go and buy me like a matcha and an almond croissant without me even asking, and bring it to me in bed. Like, he made sure I was fed. And I actually said to him, I was like, do you know what? I feel really bad for feeling how I was feeling before I was dating you, because I think that was just me projecting insecurities. Like, you can be with someone that is super, super into the gym and also still feel like completely comfortable in yourself and not feel like someone's like watching what you're eating all the time. He would cook for me sometimes and eat something slightly different because I know that he's got different goals, and I'm all for that, by the way. Like, I'm not like anti-gym. Like, I used to go to the gym, I still work out and stuff like that and try and eat whole foods best I can. But yeah, I didn't really know where I was going with that. So he's actually coming to Sydney. He still lives on the Gold Coast, which is annoying, but he's coming to Sydney for a week, and he is like, I'm so excited to see you. We can go for like hot girl walks and coffees and maybe like even a run together, which I don't think I'll be doing, to be honest with you, because I'm the world's slowest runner. Like, you'd think I've been doing it long enough now to actually pick up a decent pace, but you'd be wrong. I might actually post all the products I'm using in the caption of this video, just to stop me being like, so I'm going in with this, I'm going in with this, blah, blah, blah. And I don't actually think anyone cares. So if you do happen to care, it will be in the description for you below. Next thing I'll get onto is some pretty big life changes. So my 3rd year in Australia is up at the end of December, and that means I either need to get sponsored to stay or go on a partnership visa with an Aussie or someone from the UK that has PR out here. Now, as we've established, I'm not in a relationship, so the second option is not going to be happening. I think you actually have to be with them for 3 months for it to happen. So even if I kind of met someone now, it's just not really, it's not really applicable. It also costs it costs 10 grand, and then we need to pay another 5 grand for a immigration lawyer, I think, which is fine. My mum, bless her, she's like, if you really want to stay, like, we'll find the money. And like, I know she actually would. Bless her, but I'm kind of just taking it as a sign, because also what happened was work said they couldn't sponsor me, which I wasn't relying on anyway, but it just kind of like closed another door for me. And there also was a fuck up with my contract where they basically extended my contract at work thinking they could extend it again. Then they looked into it and they couldn't extend it again, which was nothing to do with my visa. Fuck up from HR basically, which I wasn't very happy about, and I did vocalise in a nice way. I did say to HR, like, sorry, my nose is leaking. I did say to HR, I know you've been so great with trying to let me stay, but also saying that I have to leave on Halloween, October 31st, when I've got another 2 months in Australia isn't ideal last minute, because who else is going to hire me for 2 months in Sydney? No one. Like, why would anyone in their right mind bother training someone when they're leaving in 2 months? And I don't want to work in cafes and coffee shops, which sounds really silly to people, but I have really bad anxiety with stuff like that. It's just not something I want to do. I also feel like I wouldn't enjoy myself out here if I was doing that, so it would just be like 2 months kind of wasted. So that is the situation I'm kind of in. So my last day at work is October 31st. However, when one door closes, another opens, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, like, I believe nothing for you passes you. So I think I'm just trusting the universe with this one. So basically, I remembered Jazz from back home. You guys will know her from my uni videos. She's going to Thailand. So I said to her, when are you going to Thailand again? I remembered it being in November. And she replied and she was like, oh, November 5th. Why? And I was like, girl, I'm coming with you, because is that not perfect timing? I finish on Friday, October 31st. I would then have like the weekend and also like a couple more days to sort myself out here and then meet her in Thailand. And she was like, oh my god, do it. Her friend Lucy, who she's going with, she is also fine with me going. We had a FaceTime the other day and she's all good. Basically, I booked a flight to Thailand for a month, so I'm so gassed for that. It's going to be incredible. If it's anything like Bali, which people say that obviously they're slightly different, but yeah, I'm so excited. And then I do actually come back to Australia for a month, which will be good. It'll be nice for me to say my goodbyes to people. I also do want to do Uluru, Ayers Rock. I haven't done that yet, and I feel like that is such an Australian staple. So I really want to do that, and then I'm meant to be spending Christmas in Perth with some friends, which will be amazing because, I mean, I've already got friends in Perth, but also I've actually not been to Perth since I've been out here. So it's something I want to tick off. I want to kind of tick off all the main cities, and it also makes the flight home slightly shorter. So that is my plan. So yeah, guys, I'm moving back to the UK. Very mixed feelings about it, but I feel like it's bad to be stagnant. And I did 3 years at uni. I've done 3 years in Australia. I would have done 3 years in Australia. And your 20s are for trying new things. And I think that this will be really, really good for me. It will be good to spend more time with my friends and my family. And I also am moving to London. So that is the next chapter. And I've wanted to do that for a while. I think it would be so nice for me to just work a corporate job and not have to graft a bit extra because of my visa. And yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm scared. I'm really nervous because I'm worried about money, actually, mostly because I'm very comfortable out here. I've got a well-paid job. I've got disposable income. I know that's not going to be the case in London. I'm going to be paying more rent slightly. and I'm going to be on a lot less money. I'm not going to have the disposable income I have now. The weather is also going to be diabolical. We all know that to be true. And I'm just a bit scared for my mental health, I'll be honest. But, you know, I spoke to my stepmom about it. She gets it. She was like, it's an adjustment period. You just need to give yourself like 6 months and you'll be okay. I also am, as you can probably tell, very inspired at the moment with my cooking. My dream is to open up my own cafe that then goes into a bar in the evening. I've always wanted to do this, and I could do that out here and I could get a visa out here to do that, like a business visa. However, that is a very, very scary thing to do, to get a bank loan to open up a cafe with no family support out here. That's a massive, scary thing to do. And I have spoken to my family about it, who have all said that they'll support me. Like, my brother's won awards in hospitality. He knows what he's doing on the floor. Dad would help me kit it out. Mum is just good for generic advice, ideas, and it's just not something I'd want to do without my family support. So that will also be the next chapter. So I'm gonna do London for a year, just to kind of try it, see how I go. And then I've always kind of said my 20s are for traveling, and then when I'm 30 I want to open up my cafe. So my plan is to, like I said, travel a bit more in my 20s. I want to do America, Central and South. I do want to do New Zealand and Fiji, but that's more of a holiday, to be honest. That would be more of like a month thing, and I'm still thinking of going with Hattie. I was meant to go with Hattie in January, but it just isn't feasible with me going to Thailand and covering more of Australia and then paying to fly home, which around Christmas time it's just ridiculous. It's like $1,500 just to fly back to London from Perth one way. It's a lot. Another thing to update you on, which I'll do before I put my lip stuff on, is I did get my top lip dissolved. I hadn't had filler in about 3 years, and I think I spoke about this in my last video, but I feel like it's slightly migrated. So I got my lip dissolved. I then got 0.5 in my lip a week ago today. So just for anyone that doesn't kind of know, that is half of a standard kind of dose. So I got 0.5 ml on my lips, and I did actually get 0.5 ml in my chin because I had a little divot in my chin, which I didn't really like it just used to annoy me, so I got that filled as well. I feel like my masseter Botox, this is also a good time to check in with you guys, because I had masseter Botox and chin Botox 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, coming up a month. I feel like my jaw has already slimmed down so much because I'm not grinding my teeth anymore, so that muscle has decreased. What word am I looking for? Gotten smaller. Anyway, I got it in my chin for dimpling, and then I obviously had to wait before I got a filler in there, and then filler in my lips. So yeah, I've had a bit of work done basically, but it's all very natural, as you can tell. Like, I don't think anyone would notice. I've still got a little bit of bruising on my lip, but yeah, that's still a little bit swollen. They'll probably still go down even more. They say it takes 2 weeks to kind of see the final result, so I've got another week now to go, but I'm really liking them. Also, the weirdest thing happened to me literally like the last time I was working in the office, so like 2 days ago. So I had finished work. I had such a stressful day. I just wanted to go home. Oh, what are you doing there? And it's rush hour in a city, and I'm going to assume rush hour in any city is the same, but in Sydney, everyone is like heads down, getting to the train to go home. So I was literally like darting through the city to get the train home, and I have my AirPods in, and some man is trying to get my attention. So I pulled out one AirPod, which, do you know what, I normally wouldn't do. I think as a woman you've got to be a bit more vigilant, so I would rather be rude than be friendly and then put myself in danger, and I've always said that. So if I do have to be rude, like I did it on holiday, I might have said this in my Tunisia vlog, but there was a waiter who I was friendly with at the beginning, and then he literally started to touch me, touch my hair, like just my shoulders and stuff like that, and I did not like it. He used to just say weird things to me. He'd only come over when like Dad and Sam weren't around, which I did not like. As soon as that's happening, I know that something dodgy is going on, because if you're waiting until my family are not with me to approach me, then you know you're doing something wrong. Anyway, I pull out an AirPod and this guy is like, how are you so relaxed? And I was looking at this man like, now if you know me, I've got resting bitch face firstly. Like, I am not relaxed. I'm the most anxious person I'll ever meet. There's not a relaxed bone in my body. So the first thought that crosses my mind is, are you okay? Like, you must be confused. So I said to him, I am not relaxed. I'm actually very stressed, and laughed. And he was like, oh, well, you hide it so well. And just like didn't say anything else. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I actually don't know what to say to that. And I just kind of was like, is that all? And he was like, yeah, like, I just wanted to say you just look really calm. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then I just said, well, thank you. Have a good night. And then I just put my AirPod in and walked away and went home. But it was so weird. He just seemed a bit strange. He wasn't old. Like, he can't have been more than 35. And yeah, it was just very fucking odd, to be honest with you. I was kind of thinking, was he trying to hit on me, but then kind of bottled it? I really don't know. But also, don't be doing that. If you're hitting on someone, don't be doing it at rush hour after work when someone's got their AirPods in, when they quite clearly just want to go home. This lip liner has gone really weird. I think I need to sharpen it. Also, if anyone has been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty at the moment, we need to talk about it. Firstly, I don't remember it being this cringe, is what I will say. The acting is diabolical, apart from Conrad's acting and Laurel. That's the mum, isn't it? I don't know why that didn't sound right. It's just not giving at all. And yeah, it's very slow as well. It's a very slow season. An episode is being released every Wednesday at the moment, so you've got time to kind of catch up if you are not caught up already. I'm getting rid of that lip liner. I can't be arsed. It looks weird. It's all like textured. An episode is being released today, because today is Wednesday. I'm actually filming this video the day I want to release it, so I'm actually going to go to a cafe now and get an almond croissant and a matcha and edit this video, and I can't wait. I'm hoping something happens because I've had enough. I want her to kiss Conrad. That last episode was too much. Had me gripping my pearls, my non-existent pearls. Anyway guys, that is my makeup done. It's just my everyday makeup. I did it exactly how I do it every other day of the week. I will leave the products in the description if anyone likes the look of, you know, the lip combo or anything like that. But yeah, this is my makeup. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!